All right. I swear, one of these days, when I say I'm going to go live at that correct time, I'm going to be getting into building my old school soccer stadium that I used to do it. I just use old school bricks instead of combination, or make a preview of how big my stadium's going to get, right? This is a soccer field that I created for basically the World Cup. I usually make it every 4 years, probably around this time as I get into it. If you can tell, the different players here, right? For the opening game, you got Mexico in green, white, and red. And then you got South Africa in their yellow, light green, and yellow. So I have them here on opposing sides. I chose a random configuration. I try to keep 5 on one side, 5 on the other, right? Kind of like an ideal spreading out of the field for the 10 players, and then obviously the goalkeeper. This is a finger flick game that my uncle introduced to me when I was probably 9 during the first World Cup in 1994. His version was just nails, felt, and a marble, and then rubber bands used for around the nails and then around the field and such. But essentially, it's simple enough to play the game, right? Each player takes a turn. So in this case, South Africa goes first. You don't want to hit the ball too hard. And then whenever the ball stops, right, then the other player goes. But essentially, that's how you play this simple soccer game. I always wanted to have a Lego soccer game that I could actually play when I was younger. In 2002, I think, is when they finally came out with that one design. But by then, I was in high school, so I wasn't thinking about Lego. It wasn't until more recently that I became more into Lego again. But yeah, I missed out on that opportunity. Although I did have one similar thing, and it was somewhat playable, but I feel like this version is a little bit better. So I really liked it, and I've modified it, and as the pieces have come out better, I can design it better. But for the most part, my idea behind this Lego stadium will be a 2-tier. So I'll have one that goes at least 10 high, and then another one that goes 10 high above it as well. So I will start with what I have. So I got blues, red, yellow, and white. Right? So I think the blues and the red I have the most. So I'll stick to the blue section on one side, the red section on the other, and then the yellow here. And then I haven't decided how exactly I want to do the corners. Which I have these as guidance. But I do use these whites as the, what's it called? The rows in between, or the walkways in between the seats, right? So I like to use the white for that. So in this case, some more of these. I want to plan out exactly where I want to go with this. I had an idea of how to do this corner, which I'll show you soon enough. But let's see how many boards this would be. I don't know if you can see. Like some can see and some can't. Right, so for the most part, the first part is really just getting the layout of what you need. Let's put these here. Oh, perfect. Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And so let's make the walkway on here and there. And then maybe, yeah, 2, 2, and 2. There we go. Okay, so I have these red ones to help connect, to put behind as such. So I want to go at least 10 high. Get some more whites. You can tell how old my Lego is by how non-white they are now. And I also got some hand-me-downs from somebody else. And so theirs are, I think, even a little bit older than mine. Or just as old. I don't know. It's hard to tell. We did a better job at keeping them looking good. Okay, at some point I'm going to need to make this more sturdy, because that's going to happen. And that's only 5 high right now. Let me get some colors that I care about. There we go. So these colors, I won't care. Oops. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. Here we go. Okay, so I got 4 sections, and then here's that 4th one. Boom. Okay. So now I'm gonna add some more blues. And then get 2s out. All right. So here's a 3. Here's a 2. 3, 4, 2, 2, 2 4s. And 2 3s. All right. So then now connecting to the other side. 3, 3, 2. Some of these blues are also kind of faded. Try to stay away from them as much as possible, but it is what it is. This is also kind of like the Ted Lasso stadium. If anybody has seen the 2nd season of Ted Lasso, his son likes Lego, and he likes to make soccer stadiums with them. And so that's something like this that he does, which is kind of ironic because I totally used to do that in the past all the time as well. So now Going to the middle section. Good. Now we got these last two to add on here. Oh yeah, these are some old pieces. Okay. All right, and then now the last one. And so far, we're only halfway there of how tall I want this to get. Well, a fourth of the way, at least, with one section. Oops. All right, so we got one here, each. Should probably do this here to help it stay up some. There we go. All right, so then now we just want to go two more. Oh. See how I want to do this. My whites. I still need to do these so that it stays sturdy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Hopefully, if you have just joined or don't know what I'm doing, I am building a stadium to surround my soccer field that I made. And so this will be in preparation for the World Cup starting tomorrow. You couldn't tell, the field already has the two teams that are kicking it off tomorrow. You have Mexico. This is South Africa. Should be a good game. Oops. So one thing that I know I wanted to do was to add tunnels for the players. That's something that I usually forget as I am putting these together. Maybe I'll do it for the red section. But you also need, a tunnel for where the players come out. Most of the time it's on the corner. And that's a definitely a harder design to do with Lego bricks, but I usually end up doing it in the halfway point. It's just easier to do it there. All right, so now we'll finish this up. That's weird. These pieces aren't lining up together. Whoa! And that usually happens too. Well, there's the culprit. Wonder why. There we go. It's like these old pieces haven't been put together in a long time. Okay. There we go. Ugh. That's why you pretty much need supports and everything. Otherwise it gets all screwy real quick. All right. So let's do something here too. There we go. Guess I'm gonna have to do that for all of them. Oh. If I wanted to, I could have just filled this all with brick and then laid brick on top of each other, but in order to save, I'm doing it this way, where it just leans off the side. And then as you can see, it gets a little bit more difficult to place the rest on here. All right. Let's do it this way. There we go. Could just be easier to make it this way for the time being. All right. Add another support. Oops. Have it go the other way this time. And then these will go down the middle. Okay, and then I'll just do these ones this way, just because it's simpler. Not to rock the boat as much. Boom. Oh, I'm missing the white one. Where'd that white one go? I guess I never added one to the top. There we go. Boom. All right. This will go to the other side. Down the middle again. Well, depending on how long this may take, maybe I'll just do half today and finish the other half another day. There we go. Just to give you an idea. Boom. Looks pretty good, right? And this is the easy part. The harder part is figuring out those corners. So I'll try and get to that after I complete this side. Question is will I have enough for the top part? At least enough to, we'll need enough pieces to make sure that it's still color coordinated. That's the worst, when you find out that you don't have enough to keep it all the same color and then it looks all bad. I feel like color coordination is key on these. It's always good to buy in bulk. All right, so almost done with another section here. So yeah, got this last one, and then you see the back. And the back is what we're gonna cover up eventually, but on this side, everything looks nice, right? It's all color coordinated. So now we just need to finish up this last one over here. As I put the last touches on it. So again, we're going 10 bricks high. I feel like that's a standard unit of measurement for this. Nice round number. Okay, so now I'll do this one off to the side. Almost done. It's funny, you normally think of building on top, and I'm kind of doing this opposite. Building on the bottom. There we go. So we got one side done here. So then we will match the other side, but the next one is to design. I'll put this over here for now. one over here. You got to make sure that it fits. So use one of these as my designer marker. So what did I say? I said red, blue, and then the yellow. Let's see how many of these are needed. Be nice if it's an even number again, the way the blue was. And yeah, looks like it is. It's great when it turns out like that. Okay, so now the rows, these are usually at the end. So I'll do it like that. And then we're doing 2. Yeah. Okay, so this should be similar with that. All right, so now I got my thing set up here, and then I'll attach these again on the back for some stability. Although, as we saw, it really needs a lot. So I'll add some of those other pieces again, the random brick colors in the back. So this will go 5 high. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Do these again. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When it comes to lean, it's pretty tedious, right? It's usually the same structure design because you're just building up and whatnot. So there's not much change to it. I mean, you already can tell this section is very similar to that section. The only difference is the height, or not the height, the width, right? That one was definitely longer. And then just because this side's shorter, it's not as long. But essentially, I'm using all the same techniques on keeping this sturdy and upright. Now I can attach the yellows. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do this all the way through first. At least this one goes a little bit quicker. since it's only 3 different seating sections. With the yellow, I also have to be careful. I have these old school pieces with these eyes. So if I place it the wrong way, then they're going to pop up, and I don't want that. I feel like it'll be a distraction. Also have smiley faces on the 2x4s as well, or some of them, not all of them. So that's also a distraction. Just gotta periodically double check. Ah, there we go. So see, I have this one, frowny face and a smiley face. Not one that I would want to use for this build. Maybe if I'm making faces, but in this case, I'm not. Although you can also fill in your stadium with Lego brick people as well. I can show you what I do for that as we near the end of this. Okay, so there's 5 high. So, right, we're about halfway there. And then I'll do the same thing with these red brick supports that I did previously. One side. All right. All right, so I'll build these up again. 5 high. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's interesting. I guess I only did those 4. But I'm gonna need for some support. All right. All right, now these are 5 high, so I can fill up the rest with whites. So again, what I'm doing here is I'm making a soccer stadium to surround my field, right? And I'm doing it with old school brick, so pretty much 2x4s, 2x2s, and 2x3s. And the way I always envisioned it is by color sections, with the white always being the steps or the walkways of how the people go up and down the stadium, right? So that's why I have these different white sections compared to the blue and yellow. And the idea here is that I want to make it 10 high, 10 bricks high for a lower tier. And then on the second tier, on the second level, I'm going to go another 10 high. I might just do 5, depending on how much brick I have left, because so far I've only been able to complete half. And so now again, just like with the blue section, I'm going to be building with it turned over because it's not as stable. Hopefully I don't get these eyes in the wrong spot. Dun, 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 dun. So once I complete this side, then I will show you my idea for the corners, because the corner is going to be the trickiest thing to do, right? Lego doesn't curve, and I don't like the way it looks if you just do like a book corner like this and then have it go all the way up. I really don't like the way that looks. So I try to curve it as much as possible by using the 3s and 2s. So I'll show you what I come up with when I get to there. So bear with me as I try to finish this up as quickly as possible. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's a nice little mouse face. I want to make sure that's not facing out. It's interesting how Lego used to do their designs like that, and now they have all these small little intricate pieces that make that face instead of it just being flat. It's really cool. Oh, yeah, here's another grumpy face. Glad I picked the right side there. All right, and then a red piece here. Let's identify these pieces. Okay, so this will go down the center. This go down the center. All right, and then the last one. Oh, seems I've gotten some old pieces here that don't want to stay connected. There we go. It's like they lost their snap. Lego's all about the snap. And if it doesn't do that anymore, it's not worth keeping, unfortunately. Come on. There we go. 3. And this one. Go down the middle. Come on. Oh, another bad piece. There we go. All right, so there you go. So you got, whoops, this half here, and then this half here, and then we're gonna figure out how to connect them on the sides. All right, so I'll move this one around. I guess I'll keep that over there. This over here. So this is my guidance. This is where these two are going to be located here, and then so I just need to figure out how I want to connect that corner. I'll just stick to the blue and reds for now. So, and then do white in the middle. All right. Oh, that's a bad one. Okay, so essentially I'm gonna have white in the middle. So that's gonna be my walkway. It won't be 4. Man, what's up with some of these Lego? They don't want to stick to each other anymore. Okay, so it'll be something like this. And then with these offsets, I don't know if you can see yet. That's not a good one. Okay, so 1, 2, and then that one in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to be using these 3 connectors, these elbows. I don't have brick size, so I'm just going to use them 3 on top of each other to make them brick size. As support. Okay. So see how it's offset? Before we've been doing everything in line. Ooh, that white one's ugly. Before we've been doing it in a line, but in order for it to curve, you have to offset it. So that's the idea here. We're going to offset it. So this one we offset as well. And you use those elbow pieces to help. Oops. So here it's 3 high. Here it's 3 high. And then this one goes in the middle, like such. This one needs, that's right. This one needs connections on both sides. All right, so you see how it's starting to look, right? It's curving ish. Whoa. Seriously? I wonder what's going on with this one. All right, let's just have that leaning. Okay. So then this one gets force. And it's a 2 and 3. 3. All right. And there you have it as it kind of curves, right? It's still rectangular. It's because there's not enough space, but you know, it is what it is. It's semi good enough for me, at least for right now. So I want to change the design. Okay, so then I can add some more of these for stability. There we go. Yeah, getting stronger already. All right. And then the last thing I'll probably add is other 2x2s in the back here. This will help solidify things. I feel like I'm losing all my. Oh, come on. There we go. No, I know there's got to be a better design, but this is it for now. So this will be the corner, and to get an idea of what that will look like. Oops. Use this. Use this. So that's how it's going to line up, right? So let's make this taller. We need 5 more of these. And then I need a bunch of these. All right, gotta keep making those elbow pieces. So hopefully this will start making a little bit more sense. So again, the idea, right? Making a stadium for this field that I made for the World Cup. I got Mexico and South Africa playing against each other, and they need a proper stadium so that way they can be watched, right? Now, this design is pretty much just whatever came out of my head based on all the stadiums that I've ever been to. The ones that I really like to make are the ones with the track and field surrounding it. This is more like, I guess, a typical smaller field, because then really the field is the only thing that fits. You wouldn't have like a track surrounding it or anything like that. So then I put these here for support. All right, so there's the height that I wanted at. And then I'll add some of these. Add these 2x4s for better stability as it gets higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, missing one. There we go. 10. Yeah. One more support here. Okay. Oh. There we go. Whoa. All right, so now I got that. These are pretty much going to stay. Whoa. Some more these. Wait, that. That's not. All right, boom. And then this and the 2. This and the 2. I hope I have enough 2x3s for the other side. This is like a lot. That's the number one thing that I don't like with corners. If I want to make them look nice, I need to have the pieces. All right, so one more here for some stability. Probably should add one more on top. All right, so there you have it. I'm gonna need some pieces to keep this up. I'll just use some random ones for now. 2, 4, 5. Yep. There we go. Okay, so yeah, for some reason these are not lining up the way they should be, and that's probably because they are old. Wow, that's crazy. This thing just does not. There's this huge gap right here. But you get the idea, right? So you got this side, and then you got your corner, and then you got your other side. And so essentially it's going to go all the way around, and then we'll see if I have enough to build the top. But more work definitely needs to be done here. So even though we got our inside looking good, we got the back looking open. One thing that I did in the past, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. There we go. Somewhat. Where I was going. So one thing that I did in the past is I added these what's it called? The slants. So you can either do slants in the back, the ones with the slope, right? So when you put these on top of each other, right, you have that nice finish here. And I should have a lot of yellows and greens. So when you place this in the back, instead of the brick look, you can have this nice finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So look, something like this. Ooh. Right? There we go. And then that can be the whole thing, but for at least the bottom, I think it's better to have supports going straight down. So in this case, I'll use these long ones. Some of these red 2s. All right, so so much going on here. Right. Figure out how long this is. Too long. I think this should be just right. Oh, got a freaking Lego. I didn't see that before. Got a little Lego in there. The word Lego. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, good. This is perfect. So this matches up. So this is exactly 5 long. So the idea here is connecting them as such. And then using these 2s. So I want a good strong base at first. These. Whoa. Cover. So now this is 5 high, right? Got a good strong base. And then we'll use the 2s to match the rest of this. So I need, I think 9. So this can go 3, 3, 3. I can already think of one problem else that I need is cross support. So I'm gonna have a height, but I need something else that connects to the back of the stadium. That's where those spaces can probably get filled in. So I can use some of these again. Get that out. Put that in there. Take that out. So I'll just have it connect at the ends. So here we go. Boom. And just add a line on this one. There we go. I don't know if you can see, these are in line now, so now I can connect them as needed. Now you have that cross connection. Now it's already sturdier. And then I just need to do this one as well. This one. Great. So now we have a pretty sturdy connection here, right? So now we have that back design for it. And at some point, we'll fill it in, or I figure we can add some flats or something to it, so that way it can fill out. I have these white ones here that I previously did, and then I have some studs out. So basically, I can add some snot right on the side, and then just have it line up, and then go the rest of the way. So that's one finish that I have thought about doing. That needs to get sturdier. At some point I'm going to need to figure out how to do that. But for now, I have that one done. And now I can do this one. So you can see how long this one is. Hopefully it's even as well. Oh, looks like I'm off by one. There we go. Okay, so same idea. Right, I can go like 5 high. Oh, that one's right at the end. That's okay. Do these. Do this again. There's 5, and then make it go 8. And now we can add the top part. Of course, I need 2 more. So then this can go under here. Boom. Now we got that support. And then this can connect as needed. There we go. So now it's a lot sturdier. Of course, I always keep pushing it on what's not sturdy. So here's your back again. And that's how it looks on the inside. Turn around. So now we have a good sturdy stadium. And let's see how it holds up against this thing. It's just remarkable. This thing is still a little bit higher. Yep. So it should match up. But for whatever reason, that blue is crazy. Pretty sure there isn't any. Oh, maybe it's this thing. There we go. Oh, that's been worrying me. Man. All right. So now that definitely lines up. And then you have your corner. And then you have your stadium in here. It should go right up to the edge. Yep. So there you have it. This will be one section almost complete, and it'll go all the way around. I could probably fortify this a little bit better too. I'll probably need the same kind of thing that connects here, so that way it can be fluid. So as much as I want to make this corner curved or on the side, this is as good as it's going to look, unfortunately. I just needed more space for the most part, but it is what it is. Yeah, so that'll be my time for now. That's probably been an hour's worth of work. So it'd be another hour to complete the other side. So maybe I'll do that on my own, and then we'll see what I can do to make the top look cleaner. Yeah. See if I have time tomorrow to hopefully show you guys the next step. So this will be my continuous build for the foreseeable future for now. If you are interested, hopefully you'll come back and see some more. Otherwise, hope to see you again. So check out my socials. You can see my progress and everything. And follow me so that way you can know when I will be live again. All right. Thank you guys all for hanging out, and we'll see you on the next build. Activity.